Are you rolling, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. YouTube, what's happening? Welcome back to the video. I am back in with Mr. 𝘗𝘗𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 and we are in for legs today. I thought I'd just give you a quick update on prep, where we're at right now, because I haven't really done that in the last couple of videos. So I checked in with Carl 2 days ago, obviously after being back from Ibiza, trip number 2 for a few days, and weight was up. It was up to 240. So obviously a bit of a head fuck, but I know what's to be expected from that because we were off plan and it was just like alcohol in the mix, maybe dehydrated and stuff. So everything being back in the mix bumped my weight back up to 240. I'm back down to 237 today, 2 days later. So we're good. But Carl's response to the check-in was basically like way ahead of the game here. Like normally on a prep phase, we'll allow like 20 weeks, 21 weeks in the past, and I'll always be ready like week 14. It comes with the territory, you know, we know exactly what week we're ready to go. So we're ahead of that because we started 24 weeks out. So we're ahead by, I'd say we're probably ahead like maybe 6 weeks. So we've got a lot of time to play with. And Carl's response was basically like, we are where we are. And in terms of like trying to hammer it down, there's no need to do that. Like with that body weight shift, he's like, it's to be expected. So we'll just carry on as we are. And like when it comes to getting to show day, the condition is a given. We know what we can deliver there. This year is about turning up as a more complete bodybuilder, which he thinks I will. And obviously if he thinks it, then I'm gonna think it. So, you know, the improvements have been made through the off season. And he said it's about leveling like the playing field between me and the guys that I would have gone up against previously that would have beaten me. So the goal is still to come in at the top end of heavies, which is like 224 is like top end of heavies. I'm 237 now. So we've got essentially 14 weeks to get from 237 down to 224. But me and Laz just had a conversation in the car now because he was just asking about where I'm at with the prep and stuff. And regardless of what weight I am, the key thing that I need to do is come in absolutely fucking peeled. Inside out condition, which will happen based on my track record. Whether that is a 224, 222, 220, it is what it is. Obviously, if we go lower than that, it means off-season was a fucking epic fail. But I think just going by last year's pictures, I put a few comparisons on Instagram with where I was at 14 weeks out last year and where I'm at 14 weeks out this year. I'm 16 pound heavier. I've definitely got more muscle. And it looks leaner as well at this point. So all the signs are there to say I've made the improvements that I need to make to come in at the top end of heavies. I really don't want to be a fucking super heavyweight because if I come in at a super heavyweight, it means I'm going to be a small super. And I've already been a small heavy. I've been middle of the pack heavy. So we need to be a top end of the heavyweights now. So that's a little update for you before we kick off legs. Obviously I'm putting legs off as long as possible by doing a long fucking intro on this one. This is my first leg day back on home soil in a while. Everything else has been in different countries. So I am back on the logbook, Laz. So they all know this because of the last episode, but this is going to be the first session logbooking again for legs. So I'm obviously going to be setting baseline numbers and all that. You know, 2 Ps, 3 Rs, fucking 2 Ts and all that shit. But yeah, enjoy the video. I'll take you through it. I'll try and talk as much as I can. But again, we are in prep and there's going to be probably a bit of a shift in terms of me fucking around and having a laugh with Laz because I need to get the job done when I'm in here. So enjoy the vlog. See you in a bit. Someone's on the hamstring curl. So Laz said, oh, just jump on something else. I can't jump on something else because I need to fucking keep the order of service.
Lat pull downs.
Yeah, it's fucking just superset bicep curls with fucking calf raises.
Some would call the hamstring the leg bicep. So.
Well, it is technically. I was going to do a video on that actually. I was going to say biceps day, and then it would be hamstrings and biceps. Nice. Because it's the bicep of the leg.
Of course,
yeah. So we are going to fucking get on the hamstring curl once that guy's off it. So normally what I'll write down is obviously I'll do all the exercises, but then I'm tracking daily obviously where I'm training, the date, the weight that I'm at, and also I've started writing the start time of my session and my finish time, just so I'm a bit more accountable there, because I think if you're not keeping track of that, the fucking session can go on, especially if you start bumping into people, talk to people. So I do write the start time and finish time, and I'm very aware of that, because if I'm looking at that start time every time I'm writing in my logbook, and then I look at my clock and I'm like, I've been in here an hour and a half, I need to fucking get moving. So just keeps me on the ball, because I got shit to do outside of the gym. We'll call it 9:45, lads. 9:45. Let's see what time we can get done by, shall we?
10:50.
30 minutes, yeah? Fucking hell. Like 𝘴𝘱𝘰𝘯𝘴𝘰𝘪𝑯𝘭𝘺 training. That's me in the background there.
Is it actually?
It's not. Look, his arms are massive. It's definitely not me. People will say, like, about calves, oh, I can't grow my calves. Genetically, I can't grow them. I've seen the way a lot of people fucking train them, and they're bouncing through the reps. You literally, they'll do the set, and they're like this. Like, nothing's gonna fucking grow from there. Whatever exercise you do, you ain't gonna grow from just bouncing through the reps. Everything's going through your joint. You really need to contract, and also the stretch. The fascia around your calf is really fucking strong, so you need to like force growth there. So the stretch, go down as far as you possibly can, obviously safely without fucking snapping your Achilles, and obviously at the top, contract it. Now when the set starts getting hard, you can also go a little bit more. You'll get to a point where you'll get like halfway up and you won't be able to do any more in the same fashion. But if you squeeze again, you can get past that point. So even when you fail, try and get a little nudge out. You'll get an extra 2 inches, that's what she said. But that's another little way of like forcing more growth within a calf raise set. Hey. Basically, we had the new JP clothing drop. So I said to the lads, I need to get a couple of shots in the tracksuit because it's been a bit warm to wear it. But I thought I'll start the session with it. I am fucking internally combusting, lads. We'll do the set, then we'll do straight in the back off. So it's like 9:59 now, so we've been in here like 15 minutes. We would have probably been ahead of the game if that was free earlier, so just trying to keep it speedy, because I know it'll start to slow down when we put the pendulum in and the leg press, just because obviously I'll have to get the weight right on there, especially because I've not trained here for weeks and weeks. So let's stay to that, lads. Look at this. That's like, if anyone needs any free test, come to Planet. Quick one on the old single ham curl. Are you training specific to your needs? So like with me, for instance, like every session I do is dictated between what's strong in terms of muscle groups and what's weak. My hamstrings have been a huge focus throughout off season, so how my sessions are set up, there'll be a key focus on those muscle groups first in the session. So hence why we've got the single ham curl straight off the bat, because number one, we're hitting it when we're fresh. Number two, it's single, so we're isolating each hamstring. Later on in the session, you'll see me come back to a hamstring curl, which will just be a seated version. The reason for that is because we would have gone through the full leg session, hamstrings will be absolutely fatigued, so they'll probably be working twice as hard to do the work then. So, you know, look at your session, break down your physique, and see what bits you need to focus on, what bits you don't need to focus on, and then obviously the bits you need to focus on, pull those exercises right at the start, and maybe even a sprinkle at the back end. Third exercise, because we are including calves, it is an exercise, is leg extension, prime leg extension. I've been using the plate loaded version over 𝘴𝘱𝘰𝘯𝘴𝘰𝘵, which I find better than this one, if I'm honest, just because there's no fucking around with the plates. But we're in here, so this is what we're doing. So, I said this in my last video, these loading pegs. I'm keeping it simple these days, fuck strength curves, because I'm in different gyms. I said this in the last one as well. It's easier just to go middle peg. If you're wondering, just go middle peg, play it safe. So we'll load middle peg as much as we possibly can, and then if we get to a point where it's stacked and it's still a bit too light, I will load the top. Just peg in, that's what we're all about now. Yeah. I'm on, don't know if I've said this in any content, my intra carb is down to 25 grams performance fuel now, TBJP Magic 10, previously 50 grams, so we've halved the intra. And the only other dietary change has been my beloved bagel is gone, which I think I said that in my last episode. I'm filming so much at the minute, I can't remember what I've said and I haven't said, but yeah, bagel's gone from the morning. So pro fats meal 1, unless I'm training earlier, of course, and half of this. That's the only change. Still on a lot of food, 3,500 on training day, so it's in a good spot, like. Unlike my legs in about a minute's time. I think I had 11 in my head, but I don't know. What I'll say off the back of that set is, you know, when people say they're training to failure, like, I'm not sure how that last rep looked. Lad's seen it, I'll watch it back when I watch it, but if your last rep doesn't look remotely close to that, are you stopping your reps or your sets when it's hurting, or are you just stopping when you're done? I was done there. The reps were hurting about 4-5 reps prior to me getting done. So there's a difference between training to failure and training to when it hurts. Make sure you're taking it past that hurt. When it starts hurting, fucking stay in there. Milos Sarcev says, it's like being in the water with the sharks. Stay there with the sharks in the fucking pain barrier for as long as you possibly can until you can't do anymore. It's 14. 14, mate. On the money. Yeah?
Yeah.
Adductor, way back, used to be the start. Then it was at the end. Now I've kind of put it between the start and the mid before I do the heavy movement. Reason being, I just want to kind of warm the inside of my legs up a little bit before I do the squats. I have been doing Adductor also, so the reason why I pulled it from the start of my sessions is because I've actually put an Adductor set in on my posterior day now as well. I used to do Adductor twice a week, and I did see an improvement from that. However, we've not done that for a while. Whether I'm in my own head or not, I'm not sure, but I feel it needs more attention. So Adductor's in on the posterior day now, so it's getting hit twice a week, hence why I've put the Adductor through to the middle of the session so that my hamstrings are getting the focus at the start of this leg session. If you've seen at the back end of that set, I just did some like 4 straps because it's like the last exercise, last set on that exercise. So I got 12 reps on my own, a couple of jerky reps towards the end of that set just to get it going, and then 3 extra 4 straps just by using your hands. When you can do that, it's definitely good to do it, but on the last set of that certain exercise or that muscle group. Obviously, I'm not going to be training adductors directly anymore in this session. It's going to be squats, leg press, hamstrings. So we can afford to do that here. On the leg extensions, wouldn't have done that because I've still got a lot of work to do on quads with the squats and the leg press. So just take those reps and those spicy little sets at the back end of your session. I've said this in the past. You want to keep some in the tank ready for that. My quads are screaming already. Everything on camera isn't real, innit? So this isn't really what I would normally do. My leg days don't actually look like any of this. It's normally just like a glute kickbacks. But we're on YouTube now, so we've got to fucking train like we properly fucking train, innit? Smoke and mirrors, bro.
Magic 10.
Magic 10. Pretty hard, bro. Mean mugging. It's 10:52. We've got about 35 minutes to get through this leg press and the hamstring curl. That was all here. 6. I'll be honest, I got to 3 and I was like, you fucked up here, bro. But we got it. Baseline, like I said at the start, setting baseline numbers. I did this for 7 or 8 a few weeks back, so I'm happy just to run this up from here now, building the weeks up over time with consistency. So 6.5 for 6, almost the devil's number. Let's go. Oh. Aye. Right, so we're on to the 𝘗𝘭𝘰𝘵𝘪𝑯𝑐𝑜 leg press, and I was just saying to Laz, I've been using the Atlantis single hip press, single leg hip press, same movement, just for timing things. I've moved back to this, so that wasn't in very long. Again, like I said a couple of times throughout this, trying to keep the session pacey. I feel that kind of reduces that down, so we'll bring that back in after prep, just to kind of fucking hammer the quad singular. But for now, it's this. We're going straight in. We're warm, very fucking warm. So there's no excuses just to fucking get it done. So I'm gonna load it up, 5 top, 1 down the bottom, and see what we get. Oh. Ooh. The look on that face was fucking the definition of squeaky bum time. I'm gonna go just, I want to get like a bit more reps, like. So I'm just gonna go 4 plates top and get some fucking blood in them. Overtraining, it is a thing, only when you get to a certain level, my personal opinion on it. The vast majority of people, like looking around you in the gym now, none of these are overtrained, and I don't think any of them are capable of being overtrained. The problem is, people aren't overtraining, they're under intense with their training. Step up your intensity prior to like stepping up the amount of times you're in the gym, your sets. You know, people that know me, I'm a fucker for wanting to be in the gym. I do love it, and I do love to train, but I'm also conscious that there is a line that you don't want to cross over. So make sure that you're focusing on what you're doing in the gym with the time spent in the gym and not being in the gym more. That is not going to cause you not to make progress. It's the intensity level that you're delivering within your sessions that are leaving gains on the table. So last exercise is the seated hamstring curl, which I mentioned earlier, coming back to it. We're stacking this. Again, it's quite a light stack. I know what I can do on this. It'll be like a top set back off again, but I'll probably do a single digit set here, and then the back off will be a lot lighter than I would normally go, just to get more blood in the hamstrings, because we've done like the heavy work there. Setup wise, I know my setup. Pivot here, the pivot point on the knee should be a standard. The pad not on your fucking Achilles, a little bit up your leg a bit, so you've got some meat against it. And then in terms of actually doing the movement, I see a lot of people, which I've been guilty of in the past, holding on to this and bringing forward. I'm not about that life. I don't think it does anything. I would much rather brace against the pads and the support pads, again, that are on the machine. So brace onto that, push yourself back onto the chair, brace into the seat, and obviously brace or drag onto the pad under your heel. Simple as that. Oh. I'm gonna fucking write down my next set, which is gonna be 91 kg. I'm gonna sip the rest of my intra, because intra is for intra-workout, not post-workout, so we finish it within our session. And then do my set, and Kirsty Taylor's just walked in, so we're gonna have a look at the fucking freak in person, approximately 9 days out from the Portugal Pro. Partials at the bottom then, lads. 3 years old. It was like 13, I think. 13 full reps and then 3 partials. Going back to what I said earlier, wouldn't have done this earlier in the session. So I'll do it now, because that's it, it's done. So all she wrote until Tuesday when I hit hamstrings next, and it's Friday today, so 4 days we go again. Yeah, you can definitely see more detail coming through in your glutes. So we are looking to pull down now. With the Spain show, we hit like the best condition she's been for stage. So feedback was like, condition was on point, little tweak to the posing, some upper glute. Now obviously with the back end of prep, we're not gonna fucking build and make improvements to the upper glute at this point, but what we can improve on is fullness. So the plan, or the aim of the game for us now, is we're gonna pull Kirsty down more than we did previously. So Instagram's gonna have a fucking heart attack again, because they'll be saying she's too lean, even though she was not. And we will fill up, we can go more aggressive with the food up next week then, which in turn will obviously create more fullness in your glutes. And then when we pull back, the back end of the week, condition will come back through, fullness will be there, jobs are good done, win the show and then off to the Olympia. Jokes, no pressure. But yeah, so that's the plan of attack. But yeah, looking sick, like very, very good. Kirsty's happy, which is the most important thing. And she solidified the fact, like she's been on obviously podcasts and stuff now as well, and everyone out there in the industry that actually knows what they're talking about knows where Kirsty belongs. Yes, there's potential for her to transition to figure, but where she belongs right now is in bikini, and everyone that knows the division and knows the industry absolutely agrees. So it's just about doing the do again now in 9 days time. End of the leg session. End of checking in with Kirsty. I've sent her on her way to go get some food. So basically, just had to make a bit of an executive decision after speaking with Kirsty after she did her pause in there. And I pulled cardio out going back earlier this week, like right at the beginning of the week. I said no more cardio, it was just steps only. Just because I'm trying to bring the physique in fresh now and land the plane or whatever. But I'm just trying to freshen it up. We're not chasing fat loss. What we're chasing is a fresh physique, fresh look on stage. And you're not going to get that by just continually hammering it. So I pulled cardio out and then obviously been managing food day to day. However, the offset to that is when you are someone that's fucking driven and has been doing cardio for 16, 18, 20 weeks, and then suddenly you shut cardio off, this can start running away with you. And I think that's what's happening with Kirsty at the minute, just because I know her, and I think the mental relationship between me and her has been a big part of why the prep has been so successful. So I've just said to her, I was like, right, all the red flags that I'm seeing from you at the moment in terms of her response to things, like her body weight shot up a little bit today after low food yesterday. She's stressed. Her husband's been away, so she's had the kids to deal with. She's had clients. There's a lot of red flags. And I know that another red flag is her not being able to do cardio. So for the offset of me putting cardio in and increasing the food slightly alongside that is going to give her something positive in her days, which is then going to drop off the cortisol levels and just relax her a little bit and de-stress her. It's worth doing at this point. So that's exactly what I've just done. So I've put 20 minutes in post-workout, 9 days out. Some would say that's crazy, but the mental fortitude that that's going to give her, the mental release rather, sorry, that's going to give her is so much more than just adding in a bit of food or making any other adjustments. So 20 minutes post-workout cardio just to tick that box. She's got training today and then a bit more food and then she's checking in post-workout tonight. She's also going to send me a bedtime weight, and that's how it's going to roll now for the next 7 days until we're out in Portugal, and then obviously I'm going to be with her, so I'll be able to see it in real time. So just a little insight into how I've been managing things with her. It would have been good to actually get that on camera when she was here, but we've literally just done it when the camera's been off. So there we go. A little bit of insight, and that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you took something away from either my ramblings here with Kirsty or the leg session or the banter between me and Laz as per usual. There was quite a bit of banter considering I'm fucking in prep, like. But it's 14 weeks, so maybe in
10 weeks you'll be like, fuck off.
Maybe 4 weeks. When I see that 10 weeks out, then I'll probably like, fuck you, Laz. I'll film my own shit. But yeah, thank you for watching. The next one you will see will be out in Portugal next week in 9 days' time. And I think I'm going to rent the car because I'm going to go and do my own bits out there into the prep as well. So go and train and go to Blackout Gym and stuff because I've never been there. So I will bring you that video next week. Thank you once again. Continue to follow, share, comment. Look out for the next podcast, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.